What's up guys, it's Dave with another tip video. Now this isn't going to be your standard video tip from me. Instead, today I'm going to talk to you about something I'm even less qualified to teach, which is guitar. So some of you know about a million years ago I was in a band, and when I was in that band I was just the lead singer. I couldn't play any instruments at all. And I always really wanted to be able to play the guitar. I wanted to be able to sit around with friends around a campfire and sing songs or write my own songs without having to like hum what I thought the guitar part should sound like. So I tried to learn for a really long time, and I could never get it. It was the complexity of your fingers moving in all the different shapes for the chords. I just couldn't figure it out. So I tried that for, off and on for about 10 or 15 years. I'd given up on the idea for several years. And about 10 years ago, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to learn to play one song. So I Googled what's an easy song to play on the guitar. The first thing that came up was Glycerine by Bush. It uses power chords. And so I thought, all right, I like this song. It's a good song. I can sing it. So let's learn it. And what I found when I learned it was that while playing guitar is really difficult and being good at guitar is insanely difficult, playing power chords really isn't. And the one element that I struggled with, that changing my finger placement, goes away when you're playing power chords. So all the videos that I'm going to do in this series are going to be teaching you how to play songs utilizing only power chords, because it's the only way I know how to play. I don't know any of the actual chords. But I don't need to be able to play songs. I play out sometimes and play just like this, and no one seems to mind. I play for my family and my friends all the time. I really enjoy it. So anyway, if you've been someone who's wanted to learn how to play the guitar and you just couldn't figure it out and you found it frustrating, this might be the series for you, because we're not here to impress anybody. We're just here to be able to learn how to play this music, play the songs that we love, write our own songs. And, if you don't have a ton of time to dedicate, this is the way to go. I'm also not saying if you learn how to play like this, you'll become a great guitarist. That'd probably be pretty difficult. There are some limiting aspects to it. You can't play like the minor chords really, or sustained chords or anything like that, the variations, but it gets the job done and it's fun, and it kind of, like I said, it demystifies guitar. It makes it accessible. So without further ado, we're just going to get into it. So a power chord is just a 3-note chord, and it's always played on only 3 strings. And the cool thing about them is that the structure of the chord is always the exact same. So this hand, the hand that's actually playing the chord, it will move around on the neck of the guitar, and it'll move from the top string, the E string, to the A string sometimes. But it'll never, your finger placement never actually has to move. So like the shape of your hand will stay the same, which makes it super, super easy. So here's a basic power chord. So this is the E string. So if you start on the 3rd fret, this is how to play a G. If you start on the 3rd fret on the E string, then every single power chord is going to be just like this. It's the 2 strings below, 2 frets up. That's it. That's the placement of your hand right there. Hopefully you can see that well. So when you play power chords, that's a G. You can slide anywhere on the neck and it will make a chord. Now, if you're playing on the E string, you're playing the top 3 strings. Once you switch to the A string, you're going to want to use your thumb to mute the top string so you don't accidentally hit that. And the big thing is, if you play the bottom 2 strings, I don't know what those are because I don't use them. If you play those, then it will sound like crap. Like, okay, well, not on that chord. So there, you can kind of hear it there. All right, so let's just get into the first tutorial. I learned Glycerine first, so I figure I'll teach you that one. It's really easy. It's just 4 chords. It's almost the same strumming pattern the entire time. So it starts with an F, which is 1st string, 1st fret. And like I said, it's a power chord, so your other fingers are going to go the 2 strings right below it, 2 frets up. So it starts with an F. Then it goes to a C, which is the 2nd string, the A string, 3rd fret. Your other 2 fingers, 2 strings below, 2 frets up. Then it's going to go up to a D, which is just the 5th fret. Same for the other 2 fingers. And it's going to go down to a B. So you have F, C, D, and B. That's it. So for the verses, The way that I like to play it and the way that it's pretty much played, the strumming pattern is just going to be. So if you want to, when you come off of that B to go back into the start of the pattern, you can take your finger off of that E string and it'll do the it'll kind of give you that transitional note that they use in the song. So that's it. The only change, so the verses would be, it must be your skin I'm sinking in, it must be for real, 'cause now I can feel, and I didn't mind. So that's it. So the only time it changes at all is at the end of the choruses. So the choruses are the same notes. You can play them a little louder. You don't have to mute them as much. So the only time it changes is once it ends the chorus, it does this. So it's, don't let your days go by, Glycerine. So that's it. So also, I'm not going to teach you the bridges of hardly any songs. I hardly ever play them. Most of the time because I don't know how to, but also because I don't usually like them that much. So if there's a really cool bridge, I'll play it. There's a few songs that I play them in, but for the most part, I don't play them. And you know, if there's a part of a song that people that are singing along with you aren't going to know, it's usually going to be the bridge. So just skip it anyway. If it was good, it'd be a verse, right? So anyway, that's it for Glycerine. Another thing you can do, just as an aside here, if you're going to use power chords, a cool part about it is you can, you know, kind of make the song your own however you want. So, you know, like I said, when I first learned how to play it, that's how I played Glycerine. But then I started thinking like it might be cool to totally change up the feel of the song. So I got out my old capo, which is a tool that you can use to change the key of the song, I believe. I don't know. It basically changes where your frets are starting. So you're gonna clamp it down on all of the strings. So now your open E is that much higher. So I'm gonna go up to the 4th fret. So then you can still play the exact same chords though, in relation to the capo. So you'll want to do the same thing that you did for the song before. You're going to play an F, a C, a D, and a B. So, you know, those aren't actually what these chords are, but that is what those chords are in relation to the capo. So if this is an E now, this is an F, and that's a C, that's a D, and that's a B. So once I started playing Glycerine more, I started trying to do something different like this. So, wait. Must be your skin I'm sinking in, it must be for real, 'cause now I can feel, and I didn't mind. It's not my kind, it's not my time to wonder why everything's gone white, everything's gray. Now you're here, now you're away. I don't want this, remember that. I'll never forget where you're at. So anyway, same thing though. I was still using that exact same hand shape. So to play the song a totally different way. So hopefully you guys are finding this interesting. I should have said this at the beginning, but if you're an experienced guitar player, you're probably going to be laughing at these videos, and I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just think it'd be cool to show other people how I learned how to play in such a simplified way. And now I can pretty much play any song that I want, even though for 15 years I struggled just to figure it out and be able to play anything. Like I said, you're not going to win any awards for your guitar playing like this, most likely, but it's a really fun way to play. And I think that that's kind of what's important about it. You know, music's all about just experiencing the moment and being present, and you know, feeling the joy that music can bring. So hopefully this helps you guys bring some joy to yourselves, to others, and yeah, I guess that's it. So be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot more of these videos coming.